Hey guys, let me tell you a quick story. So, a couple of weeks ago, I was in New York. I decided to be a tourist and go to a psychic while walking around Times Square when I saw this signboard that read readings for $5. I mean, having been to New York a couple of times, I know about the Times Square scams, okay? Let me just say that. And I obviously thought it was a scam. This spot was around a corner, a shady looking corner at Times Square, for crying out loud. But what the hell, I decided to go for it anyways. So the psychic lady whose chamber smelled of pot and cigarettes warned me that $5 was for Sundays and it was a Thursday, obviously. So on the other days that are not Sundays, she charged $15 for readings. At this point, a rational person would have just turned back and went their own way, looking at all the red signals, but I went in, giving this psychic lady a chance. So she asked me to sit, open my palms, and with just a glance, she didn't even look at it, just glanced quickly, and then she started talking. Of all the things she said, few things stayed with me. How she emphasized that I was stubborn and I wanted my own way at oftentimes. I mean, she couldn't have guessed that for the world, but she did. I could have been a kind and a flexible person, as I give that vibe anyways, but she didn't. And she got that spot on. She said I have a huge creative potential and that I'm in the middle of a transition. As soon as she said the word transition, my head started going around. What transition was she referring to? She didn't let the cards out, as that was part of an additional package worth $60. I know, scam confirmed. So I finally made the decision to get the hell out of there, because I'm not gonna pay $60 to hear what transition. It could just all be a lie, right? But even after that, the transition word kept circling around in my head. Like, what transition did she talk about? What transition is coming? I already feel like something is shifting and I don't know what. And I feel like I've been through plenty of transitions in my life. At least that's what I think. But what transition is this now? Especially when life is going at a normal pace and there's likely nothing dramatic happening anytime soon. Is this transition gonna hurt? Is it going to really change my life for good? Or is it just a minor change that has close to no effect at all? To this day, I really don't know if she was speaking any truth or she was just bullshitting everything. Honestly, I have no clue. But she did get some facts right. Like, how did she know that I was stubborn and I always wanted my way? I mean, she could have said something else. She could have said that I was flexible, I was a people pleaser, but she didn't say that. She said very spot on things too. Like, I don't know if she knew some psychology. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she did. But when she talked about this transition, I was like, okay, tell me more, because I think I can feel it. Like, I know there's some changes coming. I don't know what that is, but I feel it because I'm also kind of an intuitive person myself. Regardless of the prophecy of that Times Square psychic, I know for a fact that things are changing on this channel and that I'm looking forward to the changes that is happening, which I think you've already guessed with the name changes and everything. En Voyage, which is French translation to Sam on a Journey, some of my French, little bit of French skills this name just felt surreal to what I was trying to do, which is I'm on a journey, and I am on a journey to find the magic which I thought existed when I was really young. And I still believe that the magic exists in the world, whatever that means. I don't know what magic that was, but I really don't know what I'm trying to find here. But I know that there is something bigger than the regular life, and I've always believed in that idea. Bigger than ourselves. Someone meant to be something important, maybe some kind of superhero with an unrealized power. I do not know about you, but I felt this way for a really long time in my life, as if I had a purpose bigger than anyone else I knew. As a child, there was this voice inside. Something deep down in my gut, in my heart, tells me that, there is that magic that I thought once existed. And that was the whole point of starting the channel back in 2020. My main goal was to just keep chasing my creative pursuits and just keep, doing stuff that I love and writing more and just, being able to use my creativity to just being able to add more offer and value to people. That was the main goal when I started this channel back in 2020. I somehow got lost into the do's and don'ts of YouTube, right? When I was starting my channel, I did a lot of research on what was right, what was wrong for starting as a new YouTuber and the path to success. But I remember everybody telling me, have a niche, like you need to have a niche to be successful. And me thinking to myself that, I don't really have a niche. Like there's not one specific thing that I'm really interested to talk about or one specific thing that I'm good at. Person with multiple hobbies and multiple passions, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I've always been interested in a diverse range of topics, and I just felt like it was really hard for me to niche down one particular thing. I thought to myself back then that I wanted to travel more. I had this urge of traveling, and I thought why not just start a travel channel, because that way you could just talk more about culture and countries and all of that stuff that you are really interested in, and also that would open up a way to travel more. That was a really naive perception of me. Can I just say that? It was back in 2020, guys. Things were really different then. You could still dream of traveling, and things are different now. Like they are not the same when they were back in 2020. Like I'm not talking midst of 2020. I'm saying like the very beginning, early Jan, and those times of the year. Like I was super positive, the travel channel was going to work. And now when I think about it, it's so not realistic, especially with having a full-time job, that you can't just travel, just make spontaneous trips. Although you can do it, but then there comes like so many repercussions from it, just making those spontaneous plans. When you're trying to build a stable life also, it sounds really lame, but it's the truth. Like you're also trying to build a stable life. You can't really just travel on the go. But it was also the thing, like I just didn't want to do like a travel channel. It was not the main goal. Like I always have been fascinated with places and people and going to new places and traveling to new countries, but that has always never been the central of the focus or something that I really want to do, or like, oh my god, I want to make this travel channel that is just gonna be exceptional. No, that has never been the goal. Like the goal has always been using my creative skills, my writings, and just combining them with videos to like talk to more people, like to have a wider set of audience, to reach more people and just spread my message across. That just stopped happening in between because I was so focused on, growing on this particular niche, and then I forgot like things that have worked for other people have sometimes not worked for me. Not just sometimes, like many times it hasn't worked for me. And unconventional things that people have said that wouldn't happen has happened for me so many times in my life, and I keep forgetting that. So then I was like giving into this concept that this is the only way out to make it big on YouTube, that having a niche is very essential. I still want to talk about travel, culture, languages. These are things that I really value and I really like talking about, but then I don't want it to be like the main focus of the channel. They may be the tool, but I think the main destination is definitely where I wanted to reach like 2 years ago when I first started out, which is to find my creative best and just to, I don't know what that is and what that looks like in general, but just me being able to find my way through this crazy world and finding that thing that I wanted to find a long time ago and still chasing for it. And this is not me trying to clarify. I think it's not just me, just more like a reminder to myself when I look back at my videos, which I do sometimes, and just reminding myself to be more aligned with what I want to do as opposed to what I am supposed to do logically. And I just stumble upon so many drafts that I just have abandoned on my blogs, and I've never completed them. So many unfinished drafts, raw drafts sitting on my blog, and it's really annoying when I go back and read it. I'm like, why didn't you finish them back? Why not? I did a lot of poetry back in the time, and I have so many poems just waiting to be discovered and unread poems, and I just felt like I could use that as well as a way to connect to people and see how it goes. So long story short, in a nutshell, I think this channel is more going to be focused on my writing and whatever things that I want to talk about, and I don't think I'll have like one specific niche going forward. I think it's just me trying to figure out life and trying to find out where I belong creatively, artistically, as a person, while I just make sense out of this crazy life. And I really hope that you guys choose to stick by and not abandon me in this process, because I just feel like it's not just me who is going through this. For sure, I'm not that special. Like, no, I don't know if you are also trying to find this magic, or I don't know what you're trying to find, but maybe you're trying to find something in your life, and there are so many things that you can relate to as well, like as I go along this process. So I'm just hoping that I could offer something that you can relate to and hold on to while you're also figuring out things for your own life, and any of that creates any insights to our life, and being able to offer each other, I don't know, like value in any sort of way, that maybe like just a comment, or just starting a dialogue about something that's not working in our lives, or I don't know. It's a crazy world, and I think it's knowing that you're not alone in any of these processes that are weird and crazy and at times harsh. And I'm just gonna stop rambling for now, and I just hope that you guys come back again, because the future from here is going to be different. I just wanted to tell that. And thank you so much for hanging out and listening to me rant all the way through this, 10 minutes. Yes, so hoping you will come back again, and looking forward to hanging out with you in the next video. So until then, take care.